Hello everybody, how is it going? This is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie back again with another video. I made two videos earlier, but they're unable to upload because my internet went. So yeah, gonna have to wait until I get back home to upload those videos right now. I wanted to do a topic that, like I said before, there are certain things that a lot of black people in America talk about, which is actually true, and I wanted to touch on this because I see a lot of it, especially in Philly. And I don't know if a lot of these immigrants that are coming in don't know what the score is, but when it comes to Philly and behaving a certain way, you need to leave that dumb SHIT in the country where you came from, because Philly don't stand for certain behaviors. You understand? And I'm talking both genders and all races that basically, combine to make Philadelphia the city that it is. They don't play with certain behaviors. You understand? You might have pockets of it somewhere, but Philly on a whole don't mess with certain behaviors towards anybody. Right? Okay. Now, my children, they have speech therapy. You understand? Kermani Jr., he doesn't speak very well. And Amy, she had tongue tied. So we had to have surgery to basically loosen her tongue. Plus, we have to have speech therapy and occupational therapy because, like I said before, I believe that my child may be on the spectrum. Praying about it and things like that. In any case, watch this. And like I said before, I notice these things, like when you pay attention, you notice these subtle foolishness with people. And I'm going to give you the instance for today, and then I'll talk about another instance that happened a couple weeks ago. So, my children, they go to this place called My Child's Therapy. And, they have the therapy session, and they come out. You have the other parents there, they come in, they sit down, some of them wait, some of them just leave the child and go. And we have every time I speak to a parent, male or female, I never get the inclination or, the attitude that they are behaving as if they're superior to me. They always speak to me on a level where I'm a parent, you're a parent, we all got kids, we know what the score is with children. That's the level that I like about, some white people, especially the people in Philly, where I've had friends that dealt with me on the same level that normal Jamaican people deal with me and say certain things to me. They're just straight cut. They give it to you the way that it is, then behave to you the way that you're supposed to be behaved towards. Like you mess up, people say you mess up. They don't victimize me or anything like that, and they don't do certain things. They don't do certain things over me. In any case, just a usual day for us, anything like that. When the children are there, they're waiting for their therapist to come in and stuff like that. Children usually play together. You understand? They run up and down in the lobby area. They, run around and stuff like that. Right? And there's this woman in particular. She comes in. You can tell she doesn't speak English. Right? And I heard, she's like, when you hear, they basically can't put even two friggin' words together, you know for a fact that their English isn't good. You know for a fact their English isn't good. Right? But these are the people that are in the country that are behaving very poorly towards black Americans and black people in general when they come into America. Right? As if they are some kind of super class and don't know their place either in America on the social ladder. Right? So anyway, this woman now, She comes in with her child, sits far away from me. I'm cool with that, right? I didn't take anything of it. I didn't think anything of it. When people sit far away from me, I don't think anything of it. I just like, sometimes you don't want to sit close to people. I am like that too. I am definitely like that. I don't want to always sit close to people. That's how I am. You understand? So I'll sit like 2 chairs down from you. I don't want it, like, sometimes Jamaica have this word, grounds in. Sometimes when I like grounds against people. And grounds means like we just don't want to like sit down and your shoulder, your body, I touch nobody. Me's the type of person, I don't want to like sit down next to somebody and your body I touch. Me just like I some stay more time as a Jamaican. Me don't want nobody that grounds up against me. You see me? Me don't want nobody that grounds up against me. So this woman now, she come in now, you see me? And she starts like she just have this rancid, venomous, harsh looking face. Whereas the white people that are in there, the white women and the white men, had pleasant looking faces. Right? And some of them know me. Some of them know me because every week there's a particular parent, she's pregnant. She held the door open for me today, and then I held the other door open for her, and she's like, thank you. Sometimes we talk about how their child is doing. You have a next white man, him come in with him son and stuff like that. Sometimes the session is hard for him and stuff like that. We talk about it, and sometimes we give each other advice on how we could better help to make our child's life better or easier. This woman in particular comes in with a harsh looking face. You understand? And she basically sits away from me, sits with the other white woman. There's a white woman already sitting with me. Like I said before, I'm not using white people to validate if I am a good or a bad person. You understand? That's not the notion that I'm making. What I'm saying is that you have somebody who is not in fear of me sitting right next to me, and they are the ruling class. You see me? But you have this woman now, she come in, she have a harsh face and stuff like that, right? I don't care what day you're having or whatever it is, but it's obvious you don't like black people. So she sits away from me. Like I said before, I don't think anything of those things. Now, basically, when she was speaking to the secretary, she sounded like she didn't know, and the secretary had to basically make up the sentences for her and have her say yes or no. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the problem that we're having with these people coming into, countries. Not just America. Them do it all over the freaking world. They come over, they behave like they're on some kind of social ladder above you when your skin is dark, and they speak down to you condescendingly when they can barely speak the language. So she sits down, probably she's now waiting for her therapist. Her daughter, like our son, I wasn't even paying attention what gender child she had. Her daughter or son basically, was running around the lobby area just like most children running around the lobby area. And, my daughter, she comes out, she sees another girl, and she's like, ooh, new friend. So she goes over to the girl and says, hi, how are you? And I said, Amy, introduce yourself first. You understand? And she said, my name Amy. Amy, because remember, she had tongue tied, so she's learning how to say the M. It's not easy for my daughter to say M or P's or even sometimes D's. You understand what I'm saying? So she basically says, my name Amy. And the daughter runs to her mother. Understandably, children do that. Children are shy. So you would expect like the parent would usually smile and say something like, don't worry, she's just another kid just like you and stuff like that. The parent grips her child as if my daughter is going to violently attack her and looks at my daughter with a look. I stand up immediately. I stand up and give her a look. I didn't tell my wife this. I only told my wife the first part. I stand up immediately and give her a look. Like, bitch, whose daughter are you looking at like that? Whose mother effing daughter are you looking at like that? Looking at my daughter as if my daughter is some sort of cretin trying to hurt her child. I'm like, bitch, whose daughter are you looking at like that? Don't even F with me in this place. You understand? So the other parents, them see me standing up and looking at her a certain way. Because I have my skull on. I'm like, trained on the woman. So she glances at me once and then turns back forward and grips her daughter. Mind you, again, there's nobody else in this facility behaving in that manner. Nobody else in this facility, and I'm talking about this is a facility mainly of white people. And none of them have ever behaved that way towards me. Right? So my thing is this. Why is it that all these I'm gonna say non-American people and non-English speaking people, especially Spanish speaking people, Mexican people, coming over here and disrespecting black people on a constant basis? And black people have been speaking about it for years, but it goes underneath the radar because everybody just want to talk about how white people are the problem, white people are the most dangerous people to black people, etc. No, talk about these other people too, who have this notion to think that they're in alignment with the ruling class and that they have the right to treat us in any way, shape, or form that they believe that they can treat us. Right? Another instance too, my second instance was basically I went somewhere again. Kids Empire in Cheltenham Mall. Right? I don't know. A lot of you probably know it and stuff like that, but I want to talk on it. Kids Empire at Cheltenham Mall. I went there just to get some information because I want to bring my children there. I plan to bring them there soon anyway. Nice information, good stuff. There were some Spanish-speaking women there coming out, looking at me, and they did this thing, lifting up their noses. I'm like, you people are so pathetic. You want to be white so bad, and they don't like you. Like, they don't like you. You understand? You're forcing yourself to be something that you're not, pretending that you're more than what you actually are. And they dislike you just as much or even more than how much you dislike black people. You understand? And this is the thing that a lot of us go through every day. You think we don't see it. A lot of people think black people don't see all these little subtle hints, these subtle glances, these subtle speeches, these subtle statements towards us. You think we don't see it, but we see it majority of the times, but choose to ignore it. We choose to ignore it because if we were to basically tackle every single thing that we go through every single day, you wouldn't be able to get nothing done with your life. That's why I tell my wife, it's just like sometimes it's not worth it. Like, leave them be. Like, they're not, like, some of these people, they're not worth anything. Some of them husband have to come at Home Depot, where some of us have to go, like, when we have our little thing, we go pick up a bunch of them at Home Depot. God, you know, everybody know when I talk about when I say Home Depot. Right? And no disrespect to them neither. Yo, you hustle how you hustle. You understand? But when you people come into our land just like everybody else, why do you feel the need to disrespect people that aren't troubling you? Why do you feel the need to talk down and to condescendingly treat another race of people, especially black people, as if black people have done something to you? They have not. We have not done anything to you. And I believe black Americans need to really and truly start putting these people in their places. So you need to start doing it. You understand? You need to start putting these people in their places. And they'll start understanding themselves a little bit more. Like, stop caring how you're seen as a black person. Because we tried because many times you try the civil thing just isn't working out. Being civil just isn't working out. I'm not saying to be vile, to be toxic, to be venomous, to fight, and to but it's time to stand up for yourself. But don't stand up for yourself in a way that basically we look like we want to kill people. You understand what I'm saying? Stand up for yourself and let them know that you're not going to allow them to deal with you in this manner. It's time for black people to stop allowing this dumb shit that these people are doing. Pretending like they are above you. Talking down to you. And all that stuff. Stop, like black Americans, stop allowing this to happen. You understand? And align yourself with like-minded people. Not just think, don't like really and truly like-minded people. Not people who pretended to be like-minded. No, people who are really and truly like-minded. People who really and truly will go the mile for this fight. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my rant for the day. This is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie. Peace. I am out.